Peter Crouch. Here's what happened when Abby Clancy popped in to see me, Judy, Nadia and Linda just a few days ago.
This is the first time I've been in.
It's not.
On the loose women on the panel. Is it? No? Yes.
You are a loose woman virgin.
Oh. Yes. Anymore?
I've got to be careful what I say to you because you're very outspoken on your podcast. You really are.
I know. There's no secrets with it in the Crouch clan, but never mind.
No, I mean, there's no whole
I love it because you don't edit it, do you? Just like sit down, have a chat, don't
I take a few swear words out.
Yeah.
I tend to swear
I'll
too
put a
much.
few swear words in.
But yeah.
But talking about school holidays, you've got 4 between the ages of, what, 3 and 13?
13 and 5. So 13,
5.
9, 6 and 5.
You must be pleased. I mean, I'm sure you love them, but it must be quite nice to get a wee break
Yeah,
after
it
the
is.
school holidays.
Well, they've had 10 weeks off.
Yeah.
And I haven't had one night without them.
Yeah.
Even a full night's sleep, because the 2 boys creep in the bed. It's like musical beds in our house. Like, I don't know who I'm going to wake up with. It's definitely not Peter, because he's out.
Judy's jealous.
Yes, definitely. Mine had 7 weeks, and I was like, I don't know what. After the 3rd week, I was like, I can't believe this. But 10 weeks, how did you prepare? Because that night before they got to go back to school, I find it's the most chaotic.
Oh, it's just awful. Like packing all the, I'm on 4 mum's WhatsApp groups. I've got 4 lots of, and it's a different outfit every day. Like, you need this, you need mouse guard, and I don't know if anyone did the buying the uniform online, so every size was wrong. So the day before they started school, I had to go to the uniform shop and change it all and unpick all the name labels off.
I had a neighbour's uniform. Her child's son came to my house, was delivered to my house. That's how much people are trying to get prepared.
But yeah, it's hard going, but I love it. I love it. I think I thrive on a busy household.
And do you and Peter work as a tag team then?
No.
No. Okay.
He does nothing. Absolutely, he's useless. Like, when he does the school...
This is good.
When he does the school run, drops the kids off at school, I get a call from the school, where's the bags? Where's the...
He forgets everything.
He leaves them in the boot of the car and then goes to play golf.
Oh.
So would you say you've got 5 children?
Oh, 5, definitely.
He's the naughtiest one.
He's the naughty... But he's great, he's got other qualities, like he's amazing at, playing with the kids and doing... Like, they call me Miss Trunchbull and he's Miss Honey. I'm like, do your homework, eat your veg, sit down, shut up. And he's...
It's funny, though, isn't it? Because you say all of that, but you would have more and he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I can't believe you've had 4 babies. Look at the size of that.
No, I would.
Finally, look. There's got to be body parts missing out of there.
Oh, God. No, I definitely would have more, but Pete's like, if I brought any living thing back to the house, he's gone. Human or animal. Although I just found a kitten in Portugal and brought him home.
Did you? Oh.
So
Does Peter know? You put him somewhere else in the house.
Peter agreed to it, which I couldn't believe. Like, he's so special. He's like a little tiger, but I think because he's been used to scavenging for food. Like last night, we were at our dinner, the cat's jumping up. He's on Pete's shoulder. He's trying to eat a taco. But he's lovely.
What's his name?
We called him Boo.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So how do you make time for each other, then? That's the hard thing, isn't it, when you've got kids?
Yeah, I think it's so important to make time. We've been together 20 years.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. That's incredible.
I think it's probably because we're so busy, we barely talk to each other. I don't know, podcast, it's lasted so long. But no, he just makes me laugh, and, like, we're good friends, and I think that's,
But you've also said on your podcast that you're either a freak in the sheets or you're in a sexless marriage.
No, it's like, obviously... clear that up.
True.
No, on the podcast, I'm constantly in trouble for saying things, and then I'll be, going to get petrol in my car and see, like, all the front of the newspapers, like, I've seen aliens, I'm in a sexless marriage, I'm a freak in the sheets, or, like, make your mind up. But, it's just, they take little clippets from the pod and...
But
spin it,
but
it's
that
fine.
doesn't bother you then, though, because you still you still have such honesty in your podcast.
I'm somewhere in between freak and sexless.
the right place that made it last for 20 years.
I think a lot of people don't. We forget, don't we, in a marriage? I've been married 20 years as well, to actually sit down and have a conversation with each other, to communicate with each other. We all get so busy. Do you find that the podcast helps you do that? Because you have to sit down and talk to each other.
Yeah, definitely. It's called the therapy crouch, and it kind of is a bit of therapy in a way because, we sit down, we talk about all the funny times we've had, all the years we've been together, the ups, the downs, and...
Do you find out new things about each other?
I found out a lot about Pete when I interviewed him for my other podcast, Exhibit A, because Pete doesn't really open up. He's quite, typical
that
man.
Football thing.
You can't show any weakness. That's like the when he was playing football, you had to, but you couldn't show any weakness. So I interviewed him, which was really hard because, number one, not being able to butt in, which is my downfall. I'm constantly interrupting. And, he really opened up and I was like, wow,
Is that... Do you feel like the podcast has changed how you communicate, especially when you talk about things, the pressures that men feel when they're in the public health, or even just as a couple when we look at mental health? Do you think those podcasters has helped?
100%, because we don't argue anymore. We're like, right, that's going in the podcast. That'll be our weekly wine. So we're not, like, bickering every 2 minutes and we sit down and, I like to talk through things all the time where Pete likes to storm out. So it forces us to, get things off our chest and then we cheers to it, find a solution and put it to bed.
No. What do you do when you've got time for yourself? What do you like doing?
So, I'm just working with IHG, Hotels and Resorts, on their new campaign called No Mo, and I was really interested in this because it's a night on your own, as parents.
Lovely.
It's like, we have to look after ourselves because if we're not happy and we're not healthy, the family is not going to run well.
Is cooking with a star still a sore point?
Yeah, it is.
Chocolate fondant. Chocolate fondant.
I'm fuming. I'm never eating a chocolate fondant again as long as I live.
How do you cook, though?
Well, clearly not. They're bloody round.
What happened?
I was in the cook-off with Catherine Ryan and we had to do a chocolate fondant and she beat me. Which is...
It doesn't look like you've got over this.
Yeah.
I am.
Did she beat you because you made a mistake or did she beat you because she was...
She was better.
OK.
Biggins is like, Abby, let it go. I'm like, Biggins, I'm not letting it go. I want a rematch.
Well, probably one of the most surreal conversations you've ever had in your life. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Yeah, really
Thanks for having me.
everyone. Thanks very much to Abby there. Now, coming up, we are going to be discussing the story that has shocked the world. The husband currently on trial for what is being called France's worst serial sexual abuse case, and his brave wife who is speaking out to help others. We'll see you after this.